Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, Hildibrand questlines, I guess. Right, in the last episode I finished up the 2.3 storyline, so in this episode we will be starting the 2.4 storyline. 8 Armed and Dangerous. Ellie has the latest information on the Phantom Thief's target. Okay. Mariashna, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on... I should probably move this a little bit. Yeah, that'll be. I've got the latest scoop on the victor's spoils. Let our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mythal Cup, sponsored by none other than Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Firegeist will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate after all. The chairman, Master Firegeist, sits on this syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumour has it he could buy off the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast, with his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills. He settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mythal Cup. My colleague, Ganelon, is in Uldar covering the tourney as we speak. If you wish to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. Okay. So I'm going to Uldar. Uldar steps a fall. And teleporting in. 1. Boom. Boom. Was a bit early for that. Yeah. Alright, so I already see the quest thing there. That's fantabulous. Hang on, it's not the guy I talked to in the 2.1 storyline? Maybe it is. Time to find out. Again, I'm so glad I have running in this. Right, so the guy should just be... Nope, that is a different person. What was I thinking of then? Well. Right, so Ganelon. Or Gainlon. How do you pronounce your name? Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. She's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Giggity. Ellie? If it isn't the mythalized star reporter, come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me. A good word for me. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all, it's a travesty, I tell you! Oh? I'll say it is, you're not wearing pants. Hotch, Heru, and Haimo. Or Haimo. Whatever's the matter? And where, Britel, is Hutchin? The 4 of you will compete for the tournament, for the cup together, yes? I fear that unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow? Door Meadow? Mishap my arse! This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on me, Sublagar. Which is his battle underwear, I guess. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your Incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Haimo. In the victory and defeat, the Mandervilles, fighters won. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Oh, the brothers, I guess. Any road? I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting fettle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you, I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Saguli. The Saguli. The desert. Okay, they're just going to run off then? The Mandervilles? Manderville. Oh. Aye. As Hutchin tells it, they took the name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Volga, a man they must admire for his devotion and chiselled physique. Gee, I wonder who. Consider me not the least bit interested. There's talk of attacks on the competitors, however. Of this I would hear more. Ah yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mythical Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organisers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favour of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thieves Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies? No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? For the concerned sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organisational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum halls. I'll send word to the gate man, Yu Buyer. He owes the Mythalai a favour or two. Splendid. Come here, Arshna. We've got a case to crack. Okay, where am I going now? Into the steps, I guess? Yep, into the steps. That way. I think. Yep, Colosseum. I was gonna say, where did I need to go? Walk a few steps, see another cutscene. Yeah. Oh wait, this is... Yeah, that's the Colosseum down there. Huh. Never actually noticed that. Right, so Yu Buyer. On the Mythalai, you say? Then by all means, you're free to enter. Cutscene time! I am Ellie, reporter for the Mythalai, never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes? And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Ha ha ha! Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself. Ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took another's head off for insulting the colour of his sublet. Looks like we've got ourselves another. These two aren't in the entry books. Oh God. Well, it wouldn't be a Hildibrand questline without Hildibrand, would it? And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner! Inspector Briardian? As efficient as ever, I see. That true gentleman. Excuse violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Well then. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when, you might ask. Master Fergis? Still don't know. Has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup. The most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace. A ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside of Quarn. Oh, Qarn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at either, but I don't care how many faces he's got. We've got nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. I'll be quick about it, I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector, after all. What proof do I have like you ain't Mr. Many Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thin as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will you? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? Oh. You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand door. Huh. Slobbering cephalopod. I think I've seen enough Sword Art Online to know where this is going. Yeah. Inspector Hildibrand, look, he's purple! That's not the first thing about him I notice. Astute as ever, Nashu. This colour, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just me, little receptionist, Ultros. Oh, that's just me, receptionist, Ultros. Don't be stolen now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturgist Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others. Tirad, not now. When he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace, I'll do anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Colosseum. And am I ever glad they did? I tell ya, this person ain't glamorous, but it sure has its... This job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around here. Around her. Oh god, I have seen enough Sword Art Online to know where this is going. Kill it. Kill the fire. Kill it now. I know not who you are, where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeled by my lovely little Abby? Oh. For a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them. I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... Master Mariashna Grandini will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Mariashna Grandini? He did look like a Grandini. Well, bugger me with a spear. To think I'd see the day last... or when the Warrior of Light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of all gill pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Mary Ashton, I suppose we have a good chance as any. Now we just need to make sure she doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix, Avila was it? Seemed quite certain of her chances of victory. Suspiciously certain, I should say. I would say. Aha! I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Otros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu. The investigation is afoot. Is that my family outside? As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Mary Ashton here safe. Let's return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave the task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. I believe that is my family. I thought they were going to text me when they got back. Oh well, cutscene done. I will come back to recording when I have time. See you in a bit. Okay, several days later, I am finally back recording this bloody questline. So yeah, speak with Ganelon in front of the Colosseum. You again? I've already told you that. What? Entered a tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrior by the name of Avila. And there is no and in that sentence. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me, when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. Fellow by the name of Raging Hat. Raging Hat? Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round, and himself to a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Pugilist Guild, where the balls is... I was going to say where the balls is at. That's not the Pugilist Guild. Speak with Raging Rat. No, wait, no, that is the Pugilist Guild, so he's just outside. Okay. Right, Raging Rat. For some reason I expected Lalafell. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have we? Well, you're not the first, I say. You're not the first, I say. Is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today, lad. Your guest is Hildibrand Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to exactly how it was you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentleman, my arse! Have you not a whit of delicacy? That don't sound right. Never mind. Look. The records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of false sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on her eyes, she'd be rotting in gaol as we speak. That girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honour when you've got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Mary Ashton. Now let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offence, miss. I'm just telling it like it is, as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She doesn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the latter. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. Oh, don't tell a woman she has wrinkles. We might very well make an inspectress out of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it is likely that her fellow Alomegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. What? When did this music start kicking in? Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. A Vila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. Incredible! Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Tentacles. Master Ultra should still be at the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off to whencesoever he came. Okay. Seriously, when did this music start kicking in? Quite nice. And Raging Rat has just walked off. Who calls himself Raging Rat? I question the naming system of Final Fantasy XIV around Reborn. Well, if you're calling yourself Raging Rat, yes. Ugh. Let's go back to the Colosseum, I guess? I hope this is the right way. Yes, it is. Hi, Hildibrand. Cutscene time again. This questline is whole cutscenes. Yeah, I should have figured it by now. Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of a squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? No, not gonna say a thing. No. He speaks! This is most suspicious indeed. For some reason it reminds me of Metroid. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. You would too if you saw that thing. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Oh, skull joke. I guess, squid joke. Octopus joke? Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu. We must pursue. Why is that thing allowed in the city? Well, I guess we did see a bit of the backstory and how he's working with the Colosseum, but still. Oh, first story quest done. After how long? Well, I guess about 10 to 15 minutes. I don't remember how long I've been recording for. What are we looking at? Okay, there's you. There's you. There's you. Hi. Hi, Ulti. He doesn't care. I gotta love game mechanics. Right. Dr. Nashu. And cutscene time again. Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Not going to say it. Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. A lovely sushi. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? He's a tentacle monster. What do you think? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them. Everyone's shocked. Oh, hey, Hildibrand's face is in the queue. Nice little touch there. Right, so Hildibrand, what price victory? Is that Godbird again? Why is he not wearing no shirt again? Hildibrand is contemplating the implications of Ultros's behaviour. Okay. Poor, misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspect him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul, luckless in love. God, that sounds like me. In so many ways. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now perhaps... Oh, yes, now perhaps we should return to our investigations. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dow Meadow back at the Colosseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. But I have a better one. Let's return to the Colosseum and speak with Dow Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. God bless you, the investigation calls. God, it's like that old show, Timon and Pumbaa. Pumbaa had the idea, then Timon says, no, he's a better idea, and just says the same idea. I miss that show. Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. Uncle Ulti? Oh God. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Gwee. Or am I? Dun dun dun. Come on now. I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl. Figures. Untold riches. And the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. In the end, I am an octopus. He's a octopus now. Yeah, I was going to do a Splatoon reference, but no. He's an octopus, not a squid. Although I guess since what they call the Octavians are the bad guys. Yeah. I need to get a Wii U and play Splatoon. Yeah. Maybe I'll get one for Christmas. Yeah, I just need to spend, what, £200, £300? Right, Dower Meadow. Yes, what is it this time? I'm busy, man. Looking for a villa, you say? She said something about sharing a flag on with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger Ganelon tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. Oh my. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of her personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm me up for the tourney, that might be just a ticket. Gahaha. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need, without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Coffer and Coffin, where's that? Central Fanaland, Blackbush even. Slepsaville. Okay, so Blackbush Station is the nearest teleport place. Oh, I think I know this place. It's the hotel in like the giant cliff face. I think. Or at least it's a pub. Or bar. However you want to say it, I guess. Yeah, let's just bring that down a peg. Right, so let us ride Derpy and go south. So yeah, it should just be that building over there. Yeah, like I said, a bar and a cliff face. Hi Hildibrand, how you doing? I swear, the amount of spending on teleports just for this quest line. Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, so as to not set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I tell you, there is no cause for concern. The spoils shall be mine. It may as well be written stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered, and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Reborn won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, I shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of a people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the old dons no more, and with that, I must be off to the Nanara mines to meet my sister. Oh, she has a sister. Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. Well, seeing as you're not a weapon, new. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. I'm not exactly changing the voice for genders, am I? Nah, can't be asked. Trying to steal a Vila from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Yes. Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu. Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're onto me. Preposterous. Could it be that Muzzlehead isn't as stupid as he looks? Oh, trust me, he is as stupid as he looks. I see. In any event, I shudder to think what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave! Ho! Oh. You gotta be kidding me! Oh. Oh. Oh, too bad we can't see him now. Maybe you can. Is he around here? I think he should have been around here, but I guess he's not. Oh well, so where am I going? Up north to Nanawa Mines. Nanawa. Okay, I'm too used to saying stuff like that after the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged thing. Yeah. And then I started saying Go Magalas, Go Magala. I need to find a way to record Monster Hunter. Yeah. Would be nice. Right, Hildibrand again. That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed, no hard labour until your leg is healed. I'm suffering from a sprained ankle at the moment. I know how she feels. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand what your little Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hegelina. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from Eshtimes, some silk dresses, all the luxury you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the old Don upper crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we shall take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Abby. Wealth is all round good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I'm so proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. Oh, she wants a modest life. That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to sell for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this. For us. Now I must return. God forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. About that, That's my Abby. Unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. So, Ultras is just watching us from the background there. It would seem Vila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world, too, you see. And who doth your sister be? Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has had it up to here of you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? He has a bandage on him. Gwee, I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. Figures. Not you, you idiot! No need for concern, friends. I was simply taking the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I am pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now, shall we return to Uldor? The Mythical Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seemed completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. No, he's just a fucking idiot. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you've got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute. I took 2 bits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around... Give me a break! Oh god. What do you say to this thing? Alright, so follow Hildibrand to the steps of Nold. Oh, to the gates of Nold. And over to go back down all the way south. Yes. And I'll just do a quick teleport, it saves me like a minute or 2. Yeah, I suspect this is where I see Godbird, I think. Maybe. Why show me that picture if there's no Godbird? Right, and so... what can I really say while I'm going south? Oh yeah, I'm pretty much going blind into this. Now, for the Hildibrand storyline, I had watched Mr. Happy's videos of the Hildibrand questline for 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3. He, as far as I'm aware, has not made a video on 2.4 or 2.5. So, yeah, I'm pretty much going into 2.4 and 2.5 storyline blind. Mind you, it's probably been a while since I've last seen Burger Kim. Okay, some people really have the stupidest names in here. So yeah, I have no idea what to expect in this, even though it has been a while since I last saw Mr. Happy's videos on Hildibrand. Alright, speaking of Hildibrand, cutscene time. Again. Yes, is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed Inspector's senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about. Uh-oh. This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Mwahaha! Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Oh? Oh. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all night. There's Godbert. He's just... Oh, that's too much. He's got strength, I'll give him that. My chimera! Who is that half-naked fool? It is Hildibrand Manderville. So is he going to be in the Colosseum fight? Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry but you? Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, father dear. And that, we must return to Uldo. If you have not heard, your son is to compete for the Mythal Cup. Oh, moonlighting as gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of the family reunions. Oh, I saw family reunion 2.2, it was interesting. Gah, just who is this inspector anyway? Hildy is a worthy... Hildy is a worthy rival. If ever there was one. If ever there were one. Who goes there? Chicken! Hildy, Mariashna, I've been waiting for this day. Gilgamesh returns! Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap? I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver. It's Gilgamesh. Cause this just might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Mariashna is a formidable foe. Yes, I am. That's sounding like high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as a sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And that I must be off, for reasons I do not entirely understand. I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Mariashna, I will not fall so easily this time. How do any of these people not notice each other? Well, it looks like I've got my legs full. All 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. Why do I feel like I know what friend you're talking about? There we go! He notices him! A slyly twisting ring, calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Oh? Oh god. Nobody here but an octopi! Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, friend. God help you. Now that's too much. Why does it have to pay Gora? Muscleheads, I hate them! Wow. I think I know what I have for my thumbnail. Indeed. That has to be the thumbnail, I swear. Post-editing me, that's the thumbnail. For this part, at least. Right, so back to the Steps of Uldar. Oh, Steps of Nold. Uldar Steps of Nold. I'll get this right eventually. Maybe I did get it right. I have shit memory right now. I need to improve my memory skills. Back to Dr. Karashima. Actually, yes, I do have the old brain training DS game somewhere. I should really look for it. Yeah. Oh, and then say blue a bunch of times. Right, so Hildibrand, let's see what we do now. Good heavens, chancing upon father like that. I dare say it's taken a year of my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more about Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? Okay. The problem with truffles. Hildibrand appears to be in something of a hurry. Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Is this going to be like How to Play Brawl Like a Man series that's on YouTube? Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not lower myself to their level. That's right. You play ball like a man. There's that series. There are so many series on YouTube that are old that I miss. Yeah. Seriously, Super Smash Bros. 4. That guy could have brought the How to Play Smash Bros. Like a Man series back. Would have been good. Would have been good. Ah, well. Back to Hildibrand. Oh, hey, Ultros is there. He's alive! Bumps on the head, a chip thief, one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. But that's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Frunga! The hell are you talking to? Ah, Mr. Ultros, just octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to... Egads! Who gave you those ghastly bruises? But bruises? I fell down the stairs. That's all. Now get lost. I'm a busy octopus. Funga! Ouch! You have my sympathies, good sir. Is it challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, but yet let alone 8? Is there something inside your office? No. Whatever gave you that idea, I am simply, fumigating the place. For pests. Pests like yourself. Now, don't you have a battle to go fight? Funga! Spectre, I think something's alive in there. That's just me, talking to myself. Yes, Funga, gods, yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and yet still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Miss Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Mariashna, if you would come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Huh. Okay, I guess we're going to Briardian. You sound like Guardian. Wait a minute, how do I pass? How do you expect me to pass this? Oh. Well, if I knew I could do that. Sheesh. Anyway, Briardian. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Avila seeks to win attorney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied she has taken necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, a strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mythic Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I've done some research on our eight-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Alden's taverns and at houses of pleasure. Okay, I just got to reply to a text. I need to take a chicken out the fridge. Or freezer. Where's the freezer? If this message was finished sending, I could take a look to see if it is the fridge or freezer. Okay, thank you. Message sent. I don't want to lock my phone again. Can you take big chicken out of freezer, please? Okay, we'll do that after I find a decent place to stop recording, I guess. They do appear out just became something of a regular at Alden's taverns and houses of pleasure. Tentacles! I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumoured to be the source of the Alamegan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means I fear that your life is still in danger, Mary Ashner. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane, not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Refuse? Refuse. That doesn't sound good, does it? Refuse is waste, right? I guess I'll find out. Yep, I'm sure there's a description here. Colosseum refuse. Okay, so it's in a box. Do I have a Colosseum refuse? A large wooden box containing all sorts of detritus gathered from the Colosseum. Some of it is still twitching. Ew. I know what I'm thinking, and I'm not going to do it. Post-editing me, we are not putting the description of refuse into the video. No. I'm sure Briardian will give me some info. And if you really want to know what refuse is, viewers, look it up on Wikipedia. Because I ain't putting it here. I'm not going to look for refuse online. That's going to bring about all sorts of shit for me. And if refuse is shit, then that's one hell of a pun for me. Right, Briardian, here's your refuse. Boom. Now what have we here? Ah yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails. Ew. And what's this? A sack even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in, if that can be believed. And look here, something appears to be written on the side. Syntox Sundries. It seems like it would seem this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. Okay, where am I going? And why is that a green tick already? Was that really a short quest? Right, so I guess I'm going to the marketplace. Thank fuck I have a map, because this place is confusing to me. I prefer Gridania, it's just two areas. Limsa, Laminsa, it's kind of confusing with the 2 floors you have to navigate, but it's alright. This place, I guess it is just 2 areas with the Steps of Null and the Steps of Old, but Yeah. Wait, this is the Steps of Old, right? No, Steps of Fall. Now, where's the Steps of Old? Unless I'm just thinking Old Doll. Anyway, Sind God, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? Stinking snack. Battlefields the day after slaughter smell better than the unknown contents of this bag. It's really that stinking, eh? Lovely. I'm sorry, madam, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait, now, did Ultra send you? I'll be asking you the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sackful of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the most impressive price and distinctive aroma. Only for the most discerning of customers, which Best Ultros clearly is, as he just placed an order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected too? No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like Inspector Briardian. It wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal away Mary Ashna here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. Hopefully I said that right. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle, and a quiet taste to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an old dawn gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Did we ever get to see your mother? She sounds like a nice woman. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Colosseum. So, fourth quest, do I actually get to fight something now? Because all I've done was walk around and talk to people. Kind of pieces, what? Oh, that's a different side quest entirely.